3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Play action. Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3 and out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
You ain't going nowhere.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
On the double. 57. X3. 218. Chopper. Check 57.
On 1st down, Carter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 57's the mic. Watch 57. All day, baby. All day. All day. 57. Mike, 57. Ready?
From the 31. Lock. He completes this to Sutton. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check it out, read. Switch. Five.
Block going to try and throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. This is fielded at the 7. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Fields. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll run on first down. Carter. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 soft. Recon, 132 fighter. Now. Hey, check Mike 57. Go. I got you. You're out. Sponge. No. Alert 3.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lock. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
You better be ready. 61. Matchbox. White. Fair. Hey, orbit. Yep.
On 3rd and long, it's Lock. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. This is fielded at the 27. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Off the play fake. Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
54 Mike. We want this. 54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, watch Sam. Watch Sam. Check Mike. 54. Mike.
Looking to throw. Fields. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 9. Mike 9. There's a corner now. Mike 9. Mike 9. Hey, we got to get to 9.
Operating from the gun. Fields looking deep for Jennings. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now this throw caught left side. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Topper. Fresno. Rock it. Check 99. Hit it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. Go. Let's go. Greystone, travel. Formation. Come on, boys. Now.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here, 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5.
Protein spill. The mic. Bravo. All day, every day, any day. Hard. Be grip.
Lock gonna throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Cowboy first down.
Down, 50 yards. Mike 54. Coming.
On first down, Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Redskins nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 55, right there in the middle, 55. Hey, get in the way. Smooth. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, defense.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down.
Check 26.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense? We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball is thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
80 weapons. Check 55 to Mike. Danny. Hey, Zoo. Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Ready.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
The Redskins send out their punter. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control?
And Owen coughed it up, and the Redskins scoop it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Hey, high 7. Guard. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Let's go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Monte Nicholson picks it. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, watch this, watch this.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Charlie.
Check right. Watch 55. Stand out, man.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
Hey, foxtrot.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the flash.
Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Locke. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
6-6, bullet high.
Shoot.
Hey, Echo.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Locke now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
132 fighter.
Check, 55 to Mike. Here we go. 25, check 25. Check.
After the sack on 1st down, Locke able to find his man, John Phillips. Now the ball comes loose, and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. 30, 20, 10. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Fletcher Cox picks up his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Topper!
Watch the safety creep.
Hey, exit. Look at me, zipper.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Check 43. Watch the ship.
Hey, lock it.
Watch the ship.
Fire.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And it's fielded at the 34. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. On 1st and 10, Fields. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Let him know. Watch safety creep.
From the gun, Fields. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Joker. Check. 54. 54.
This a give to Mack running to the right. Give him 3 on the carry there. That sets up a long 3rd down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. third down, a run by Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, Carter. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen any.
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. And from down in Miami, an update. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Fields. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Let's bring it. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carter. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Check. Redraw perfect.
Crouch. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check three, check three, check three. Under crouch, under crouch, under crouch.
On first down, it's Carter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Hey, team six.
At the 45-yard line.
Block off of play action. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. If you gonna get this boy,
You're out.
if you gonna get this.
Go.
On second and 11 now. Lock. Over the middle, complete. It's Phillips. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, orbit.
56.
On third down. Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check 13. Check 13.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields looking deep for Jennings. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Jennings was the one he was looking for.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Carter. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Hey! Hey, Delta!
56 to Mike.
5.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. This is fielded inside the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Check 52. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Throwing again. Fields escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
54. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go one more.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. Room here to run. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Fields. Going back to Moore. This time he's got him complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Second and 11. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 31-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there. I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Redskins' 16-yard line.
Shot! Not a roof. We don't get to nothing, Michael. Oh, shot! Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack. Mike 9. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. DK Metcalf there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Look at me. Door. Drop. Rock it. Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And got his man complete. That one covers 29 yards. First down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Locke now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hard. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Get it.
On 1st down, Locke. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Staying on the ground with Mack. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Fields pushing through the contact. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Checking in on Houston. It's in the fourth quarter there. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak.
56 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I'm coming for you.
Gone.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Let go.
Block now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Topper. Hey, Charlie.
56. Mike's 56.
Hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Block. This one caught by Davis. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
56. Tackles. Under 10. 10.
Greystone, travel.
56. Check 56. Cut. 56.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Hey, let's get this.
Now.
Block to throw for it on 4th. They will find Davis. That's complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Let's get in there,
Hey, Echo.
57 is the mic. Hey, here I come.
Big trip.
Block working out of the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Greedy Williams on the cover.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Here we go.
5.
His pass caught at the 4. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
70, Indy.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Cowboys, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.